So back to the part 2 now for the analyzing sentiment of website comments in a web application during model using ML.NET Model Builder. Since it takes from what we have left in the part 1, it's immensely important that you go through the part 1 first before coming to this lecture if you want to understand what I am talking about. And in this lecture, you can follow me on my Twitter handle, Facebook, LinkedIn, Blogger, and website, and my social profile. And what we learn, we shall learn to choose a scenario in the model builder and load the data and train the model. Okay. Now I am back to Sentiment Tracer project on Visual Studio 2019, and I'll again tell you, look for Visual Studio, Microsoft Visual Studio 2019, and this is the latest version I've got, 16.7.0. Please look for this Visual Studio Community 2019 in Google, and you'll be able to get to the correct URL and download it if you don't have the Visual Studio 2019 already installed. Okay. Now, right-clicking on the project, it's not the project level, but it's the solution level. On the solution, if you click on Add, right-click Add, and where is I am looking for Add Machine Learning. Add machine learning. So it's on the project level. Okay, add machine learning. And this is the text classification I'm after. So let's have a look at what it says. It says that it classifies text data into 2+ categories. For example, predict if comments are positive or negative sentiments. Okay. So you can learn more about training with your own data in Model Builder, right? So local CPU environment, it has already detected the processor and the memory. And next step is data. And this is input type is file rather than the SQL database. So I'll select the file. Now this one is actually, I have saved it in the previous lecture from this site, Wikipedia Detox, and I will load it. And column to predict label, this is, I'll select the sentiment. Okay, sentiment is the label. It is on the y-axis. If you remember from the first lecture on HelloML.NET for linear regression, the label is dependent upon the features, which is on the x-axis, and there are 2 columns selected, but I don't need that logged in column, so I'll get rid of that, and then I will go for the next step. Click on the next step, and time to train. Microsoft recommends it to be 30, though the default is 10 to get a bit more training. So start training. It is training the model. So in the meantime, that the time remaining out of the maximum time that you are training for, it is actually doing some stuff. So it is generating, it is putting it in under the headers, code generated trainer, macro accuracy, duration, and alteration. So I will take what is micro accuracy and macro accuracy in a bit, and 3 models explode, and it is finalizing the model. So training is complete. You can train again, or you can go for the next step. So we'll go for the next step. So accuracy is 72.17, and model is this, averaged perceptron OVA, and sample data is RUD. Okay, and if you click on predict, it will say it is 1. That is, it is 90% toxic. Toxic is what, remember I told you in the first lecture, and 0%, 10% non-toxic. So it is toxic. So in this lecture, so we have set out to learn how to choose the correct scenario, load the data, and train the model. So we'll keep it at that. We'll complete our lecture for today, and we'll resume in the next lecture. So in this lecture, we have seen how to load the data, how to pick the scenario first, load the data in the TSV file, and train the model to the model builder.